Love is in the air. Hey, tarot fans, this is your weekend romance, yours and theirs. 3 cards for your energy, 3 cards for their energy, and 3 cards for the energy of the connection itself for this weekend. Let's see what's coming up. On your side, we got the 7 of Cups in the upright, the 7 of Swords also in the upright. Ooh, and the Empress in the upright. Okay, on their side, we have the 4 of Cups in reverse, the 9 of Cups in reverse. Ooh, and the Moon in reverse. Getting a little clarity there. And for it's very two different energies here for sure on the table. This is interesting. And for the energy of the connection itself, we have that's a Knight of Cups in the reverse, the 6 of Wands in the reverse. Ooh, and the 5 of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so the couple I'm looking at here, these are general readings, by the way. So that if this isn't your story, just disregard and maybe check out some of my other videos. You might find yourself there. But for the couple I'm looking at right now, I'm going to start with the overall energy. We've got the Knight of Cups in reverse. The the 6 of Wands in reverse. And the 5 of Swords in reverse. So the energy of the connection itself is strained. Okay. I was hoping for something more positive, but it looks like the couple that I'm looking at here is dealing with some strain, and I don't see a break or anything like that. I don't actually see a lot of conflict. So either I'm dealing with a conflict here that has not erupted, and I think that may well be the case, or one that has happened, a rupture of some sort that has happened, maybe a small one that hasn't resolved. I think for some of you, though, it hasn't actually happened yet. The energy of the connection itself is emotional withdrawal, followed by I think an imbalance of like the 6 of Wands. You can see the 6 of Wands when it's in the upright. It's very much a card of victory, a card of having arrived in a stable situation that you can announce to the world, or that is very public. And in the reverse there, that is also under strain. I kind of get the feeling that it may be a situation where one party was further along, further down the road to couplehood than the other one, may have prematurely brought those roses to the table and is now having to take them back. But there's a strong indication here that conflict is not on this table unless it's in the reverse. So you don't want to fight about it. I don't think either party here wants to fight about it, but let's go take another, let's start at your cards, the first 3 cards that I put down on the table here. 7 of Cups, that is contemplation of options. So having been in this relationship, however you define it, you, and roles can be reversed here, but let's just say this is you to define it from that angle. Options are being considered, and we also have that right next to the 7 of Swords, which is a card about going your own way. And so I would say that these options for this person are being considered privately, and there may be quite a few, and something's cooking. Okay, something's cooking. So person number 1 in our love reading, you are keeping things to yourself, looking at your options, and I think you may not even be aware, but you might actually be further down the road to making a move on this than you're even aware of, because it has started. So person number 1 may be looking at options, and it may be an exit that they're looking at. All right. So for person number 2, the other side of this equation, we have the 4 of Cups in reverse. That's a feeling of gratitude. The 9 of Cups in reverse, that's a feeling of 9 of Cups in the upright is earned independence. So this is earned independence that's either coming at a cost. It's now reaching its limitation. That sense of independence is under threat, and it may be maybe it may well be just a feeling that you want more, want to expand more, and that clarity is coming in. You've got the moon in reverse here, so what's been rattling around in the subconscious, like you can see it in her face, like maybe, where person number 1 is actively considering their options. Person number 2 is a little bit behind that curve, but they're wondering if there might be more and if they might be able to do more on their own. Aw. Aw. This is definitely heavy, and the thing I like about it though is that we have a real genuine desire not to make a fight about it, but to either move in a different direction, perhaps separately, but to do it in a calm way and in a respectful way. There may be a break coming for you, but at the very least, you're doing some hard thinking with regard to your options, and they're doing some hard thinking with regard to whether this structure, this connection, this relationship is actually giving you the room to grow. And there may be a tinge of ingratitude there. And that could be ingratitude toward the first person, because maybe the second person might be, even if you don't know it, sometimes in your heart, you know it. If they're looking at their phone a little bit too long and something pings your radar. So there might be I think that's probably playing into it as well. All right, let's get some advice, because this is a bit crunchy. I'm going to shuffle the deck 3 more times for luck. Advice. What can our couple do here for their best and highest good for all parties involved to resolve this very emotional situation, I think? Ooh, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. That's a misfire. With the Page of Cups. So that's some advice there to keep your heart space open. And Justice in the reverse. Yeah, this connection is unbalanced. And it's a misfire. Okay. The initial impulse was very strong, but there may be some facts that need to be you need to come to terms with. Face the music, but do it with an open heart. Okay, I think the couple I'm looking at here is a lesson, not a life. So I hope this helped. That's what I got for you, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.